See if I can score a million. My last game, I got 899,425. We'll see if we can beat that. That is a hell of a score. We'll see if we can beat that. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's play some Robotron. Today we're talking about arguably one of my top 5 favorite arcade games of all time. Of course, I'm talking about the beloved Robotron 2084. Beautiful cab. Here's what the marquee looked like. Let's take a look at some promotional art for the game Robotron when it came out. It comes down to this. In the ultimate conflict between man and machine, Williams makes you the winner. These ads are awesome. Check out this one. Operation Robotron has begun, and there's no end in sight. Robotron 2084 status report. You ever seen these flyers? How cool are they? I never even knew these existed. Look at that cool robot. Williams logo. Of course, I'll be playing some Robotron at the Southern Fried Gaming Expo. I'll be there all 3 days, starting on Friday. Full coverage of the Southern Fried Gaming Expo, where I'll be playing Robotron, the real machine, of course. Some more ads. Ultimate conflict between man and machine, Robotron 2084. And this one I thought was really cool. This shows all 3 versions of the game. Armed with 3 mighty weapons, your chances for success have never been better. That being said, let me say hello to everyone. Hello, Goofy. Hello, Carl. Hello, Don. Hello, Richard. That being said, let's jump into some Robotron 2084.
It is a real nasty, mean game. And it takes you maybe an hour or 2 just to get warmed up. You know, the game will just kick your ass and humiliate you, and you'll get 80,000 or 100,000 or 150,000. And you're just crying out, and you just like want to kill it. You're grabbing the game by the joysticks, and you're just shaking it and slamming it in the wall. And eventually you get to the point, it's almost like warming up for a basketball game or something. You get to the point, you're sweaty, and you've got this kind of attitude. You cannot win until you have this attitude, this total mindset of just total concentration and total rage. You've got to be pissed off. But when you're on, it's just such a thing of beauty. You know, you'll get on a roll, and you'll just like be cleaning off wave after wave after wave of them. And you're just like, yeah. But inevitably, you like start getting lazy, and you'll start getting too cocky. And then, before you know it, you'll just like lose 4 or 5 guys in a row.
Gamers, it's time to talk about one of my favorite arcade games of all time, Robotron 2084. Made by Williams Electronics in 1982, this masterpiece was created by the mind of Eugene Jarvis, who became one of Midway's legends. Inspired by his never-ending quest for progress, in 2084, man perfects the Robotrons, a robot species so advanced that man is inferior to its own creation. Guided by their infallible logic, the Robotrons conclude the human race is inefficient and therefore must be destroyed. You are the last hope of mankind. Due to a genetic engineering error, you possess superhuman powers. Your mission is to stop the Robotrons and save the last human family, Mommy, Daddy, and Mikey. The force of the ground roving unit Network Terminator, Grunt Robotrons, seek to destroy you. The Hulk Robotrons seek out to eliminate the last human family. And they follow Mikey, by the way. The spheroids and quarks are programmed to manufacture Enforcer and Tank Robotrons. Beware of the ingenious brain Robotrons that possess the power to reprogram humans into sinister progs. As you struggle to save humanity, be sure to avoid the electrodes in your path. And that sets up the plot of the game Robotron 2084. Let's go. Let's check out some Robotron in action. This is Papa Brad playing the game. Interesting fact about Robotron. The dual stick control was created because Eugene Jarvis had injured his right hand. The initial version of the dual stick control was 2 Atari 2600 joysticks, basically glued or secured onto some plywood. A game that Eugene Jarvis really liked was Berserk. But one thing he didn't like about Berserk was that you could only shoot in the direction you were running. But if you stopped and held down the button, you could shoot in any direction. And out of that genius, he came up with the idea of one stick to move and one stick to shoot. And it was Eugene Jarvis and Larry DeMar that created the game Robotron 2084. The Hulks in the game were actually also a tribute to Evil Otto in Berserk. He always liked that there was an enemy that you couldn't destroy in Berserk. And the Hulk TV show was actually popular when this game was being developed. So, there you go, Hulks. Inspiration from Berserk, and of course the Incredible Hulk TV show. Pretty cool. Have you played Robotron? What do you think of this game? Leave your thoughts about it in the comments to this video. For me, this is easily a top 5 arcade game. You know, it's hard for me to really rank my favorite top 5, but this one's in there. I love this game. It's fantastic. It is probably one of the purest action games that I've ever played. It's all just pure action. Another thing he liked about Berserk is you're basically trapped in a room with robots. And they definitely want to kill you.
Well, I think Robotron, first you have to learn how to walk and chew gum at the same time. So you have to be able to use your fire control and use your movement control and be able to use them independently. Don't always fire in the direction you're moving. You can move away from a threat and then fire back at it. So I think that's the first tip to mastering Robotron. The second tip is often you have to get out of the middle. Everything is converging on you in the middle. Work your way to the outside and then start circling around, but always keep in motion, because often a lot of the shots will go toward where you were. If you keep moving, they'll keep missing you. And so you have to kind of keep moving kind of in a circular pattern. If you move in a straight line, a shot can continue on that trajectory and still kill you. But if you continually change your direction in a circular pattern, the shots will miss you. And so that's the basic tips.
Oh yeah! Time to set a Robotron high score on an actual Robotron machine. The game was created in 1982. There was the Extra Man sound. The game was created by Eugene Jarvis and Larry DeMar. Said he drew inspiration from Space Invaders, 1984, the George L. Orwell book, and of course the classic Stern video game Berserk. Here's Papa Brad in the brain level.
right?
19,000 units of Berserk were made.
Oh, good. I can get a lot of points now. I gotta get all these ladies.
You want to scoop up the humanoids. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. And then every human after you get to 5 is 5,000 each. That's how you get a lot of points. Humans in the game are pretty simple. You got Mommy, Daddy, and Mikey. I typically play this at home on a AtGames Legends Ultimate arcade. Shout out to AtGames that built the perfect arcade for playing this at home. The joysticks feel perfect on the AtGames Legends Ultimate for playing Robotron.
We could have a 100,000 point game here. This is crazy. 100,000 point game. 100,000 point Robotron. Oh yeah, we gotta put our name in this one. Oh yeah! Oh!
I've got Robotron down in my basement, and it's like every now and then I just have to go down and kick its butt. I mean, it's just, I've got to, just kick its ass. And unfortunately, if I haven't played in a while, I'll get down there and it'll just humiliate me. Now, humans are nasty little things. They're trying to blow up things. They got car bombers. They got nuclear terrorists. All these mass murderers. All these nasty little habits that humans have. Create wars, threaten to blow up the world. Endangering the entire planet. I mean, it's clear that humans are psychos, and for their own protection, we'll have to be confined in safe. What happens is the brains, their algorithm, which was supposed to be seeking out the closest human, and then go and reprogram them. That was supposedly their algorithm. Something got screwed up, which actually I never really looked into it. Didn't really want to know because it was working good, but they all turn out they initially will seek the first human, which in the case of the first brainwave is Mikey. There's one Mikey and there's all these other mommies. And so they're all going for Mikey. If you can keep Mikey alive, don't pick him up and don't allow the brains to kill him. If you can keep him alive, then the brains will continually try to seek him and they won't program any of the other mommies. And so in that situation, you can basically kill all the brains, but you have to leave one left so that the wave doesn't end. And this is the horrible thing, is that so often you'll kill the last one, or it'll be a grunt will be left or something, and then it'll run into an electrode, before you picked up this treasure trove of points, which is all your humans are just waiting out there, and you wait for one turn. You want to pick them all up in one turn so you can turn them all into 5,000s.
Asteroids Deluxe. uses artwork to make the illusion. Of course, this has a real vector monitor. By being down, I'll look way down inside the cabinet. You can actually see the vector monitor. Pan back up. And what the player sees is the asteroids floating around in this background. It's a really cool effect. This is why you go to a real arcade to get this experience. Now, to Goofyfoot and Carlo for being channel members of the iiRcadians Illuminati. Hope you enjoyed this look at one of my favorite games of all time, ROBOTRON 2084. Be showing more Robotron and a lot of games at Southern Fried Gaming Expo, coverage starting Friday. Thanks for watching.
It is a real nasty, mean game. And it takes you maybe an hour or two just to get warmed up. You know, the game will just kick your ass and humiliate you, and you'll get 80,000 or 100,000 or 150,000. You're just crying out, and you just like want to kill it. You're grabbing the game by the joysticks, you're just shaking it, slamming it on the wall, and eventually you get to the point. It's almost like warming up for a basketball game or something. You get to the point, you're sweaty, and you've got this kind of attitude. You cannot win until you have this attitude, this total mindset of just total concentration and total rage. You've got to be pissed off. But when you're on, it's just such a thing of beauty. You know, you'll get on a roll, and you'll just like be cleaning off wave after wave after wave of them, and you're just like, yeah. But inevitably, you like start getting lazy, and you'll start getting too cocky, and then before you know it, you'll just like lose 4 or 5 guys in a row.
Insane. Grab one side first. Ouch. Count 'em. Big points. Wow, they're coming quick. Quick. Go. Final score 1,410,625. Robotron on the 7800. Final score 1,410,625. Robotron on the 7800. What a blast. This is an excellent game. Check it out. As always,